You know, when we think about modern infrastructure, we usually picture like physical things, massive server farms or fiber optic cables crossing oceans. But today's most critical architecture is, well, it's entirely virtual.
Yeah, it is totally invisible to most of us.
Exactly. So today we are extracting the most vital insights for you from some notes on a really fascinating program. It's Boston City Campus's higher certificate in network systems practice. And it's basically a masterclass in how we train people to build that unseen world.
It really is, and the tech talent shortage right now is just forcing education to evolve so quickly.
Right. So, okay, let's unpack this. Basically, this is an NQF Level 5 program, which means it's a rigorous, globally recognized foundational tier. It requires a minimum of 128 credits and takes anywhere between 1 and 3 years to finish.
Which makes it this rapid, very industry-oriented entry point into IT, right?
Yeah. But to really understand why this certificate matters, we need to move from those structural specs to the actual substance of the curriculum, because it actually covers the full IT lifecycle.
Right, specifically things like provisioning and sizing cloud environments.
Exactly. I mean, it's like learning the plumbing of the internet, but all the pipes are invisible and, floating in the cloud. You're constantly rerouting server space in real time.
Well, what's fascinating here is that the learners don't just learn the tech side of that routing. The program outcomes actually include interpreting general business principles, too.
Oh, wait, so they have to learn business strategy on top of the IT stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It ensures students understand the business why alongside the technical how, because, knowing how to fix a server doesn't help if you don't know which server is costing the company money by being down.
Ah, that makes total sense. Because the curriculum focuses on those real-world business needs,
Yeah.
I guess the next logical step is exploring the specific jobs this actually translates to. But I do want to push back a little here.
Sure, go ahead.
Is a one-year foundational certificate really enough to get hired in such a complex field? I mean, people spend 4 years on this and still break things.
It is a completely fair question. But you have to remember the program explicitly targets the evolving 5IR-driven economy. We are in the fifth industrial revolution now.
Right, so it's not just about basic automation anymore.
Exactly. It's preparing learners for immediate, highly specific roles. Think cloud support associate or NOC technician or even a junior security specialist.
Wow, okay, so very targeted, active roles.
Right. And it also provides direct pathways to NQF Level 6 diplomas and Level 7 bachelor's degrees. So there is plenty of room for future growth once they have their foot in the door.
Okay, so knowing these valuable career outcomes exist is great, but how does the institution actually ensure students reach the finish line?
That is the real challenge with tech education globally, honestly.
Yeah, and here's where it gets really interesting. Boston City campus has some totally unique perks. For one, all the textbooks are fully included.
Which is huge considering how expensive IT textbooks can be.
Oh, absolutely massive. Plus, there's no convoluted point system for entry. It's just based on endorsement.
Mm.
And they actually subsidize 1/3 of the higher certificate fees.
Wow. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, offering 100% online tuition combined with 50 physical support centers just completely removes those traditional geographical and financial barriers.
Yeah, it really democratizes access to tech education.
It does. And it carries real weight, too. It is accredited locally by the South African Department of Higher Education and globally by the British Accreditation Council.
So what does this all mean? Basically, we are looking at a highly supported, heavily subsidized, and super flexible gateway into modern tech.
Right, a true launch pad for the people who are going to build our digital infrastructure.
Exactly. Which leaves you with something pretty interesting to think about. The sources really emphasize preparing for a 5IR-driven economy. And it's worth pondering, right? As cloud networks become even more advanced and automated, how might this blending of human intuition with these systems completely redefine what an entry-level tech job even looks like 10 years from now? Something to chew on until our next deep dive.